Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds the receiver wide open. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets made on the out route. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before a big gain. They'll spot it at the 24.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even obviously in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he drops back in the gun. Escapes the pocket. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks it.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in '06 when the Gators won the national championship, and we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Well, it's a blown opportunity here for this defense. They get the offense all the way to 4th down and long. They got to get pressure. They got to get this offense off the field, make them pay for this aggressive decision to go for it, and instead they give up a 1st down. This could cost them.
The Aggies looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Gators hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
QB to the tight end for a completion. And he's brought down there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Snags a quick throw. Tough running there. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you don't play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That is an ill-advised pass right there. Falling away from his target, throwing the ball off his back foot.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here we go on fourth down. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Here's a serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Gators. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on fourth down. I'm not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going a pick-6 last time out here. Looking for a deep completion. Catch is made way down inside the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, A&M.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
The extra point is good. We're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's escaping the pocket now. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Bringing pressure. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle at the 8 after the completion.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some.
And he scores. Touchdown, Aggies. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. And I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Oh, he's got it down inside the 20. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through. And with that, they retake the lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him. Or I think it was...
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking for his big tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on 3rd down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Same tailback, another carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. This offense is still clicking. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Throws to the tight end. The QB throws his third pick of the day. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Gators. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defensive group.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the single back takes the handoff. The Gators are in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football, because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Defense has smothered the running game. Now what's the call on 3rd down and goal? Quarterback drops back. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Florida. And the beatdown continues. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the Aggies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. First down. Looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Motion now from the tight end. Second down. Looking to throw it. Finds his target, and it's complete. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to throw yet again. Here's the target, and it's complete. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down. Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second down after that previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Man, Chris, when you're down by a couple of scores late in a game like this, you need to find matchups where you can get the ball thrown downfield. Here it's a completion, but it doesn't get it very much. Now they've got a 4th down play coming up. Trying for a 4th down completion. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense. That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Now, someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
BAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Remember last time it went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff as you try to work the clock here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's third down and short. Can he get there on the ground? They stop him, but it's a first down.
Love to see this with a lead late in the game, in the postseason. You got to trust your offensive line and your back. Not only do you keep the clock moving, you pick up a first down. Now you got a chance to ice this game.
Handoff to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.